Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you will all be fine. Okay, in the last lecture, we did the reflexive and emphatic pronouns, and I told you that another name of the emphatic pronoun is an intensive pronoun. Both of the names they can be used by the examiner in your exam. So today I have brought a very useful worksheet for you people to identify or to differentiate the reflexive and emphatic pronouns because they both are the same, they look like same, both are formed by adding self to the pronouns, but their usage and their location in the sentence is altogether different. So this is what we are going to learn today, how we would differentiate the emphatic pronoun from the reflexive pronoun. First of all, let's revise the idea. A reflexive pronoun always acts like an object in the sentence. It tells on whom and on what the action is done. On the other hand, the emphatic pronoun or an intensive pronoun is just there in the sentence to put the emphasis. Otherwise, without using an emphatic pronoun, we can easily construct a complete meaningful sentence. And most of the time, we find an emphatic or intensive pronoun right after the subject, just to put the emphasis over the subject or the subject pronoun. So let's start with the worksheet now. Let's start with the first sentence. I will go myself. It means that the meaning of the sentence is I will go by myself. Right? So I will go myself. Myself is over here as a reflexive pronoun. Rama has hurt himself. Rama has hurt whom? So himself is acting as an object over here. So it is reflexive pronoun. We often deceive whom? Ourselves. Again, ourselves is a reflexive. I myself heard the remark. I myself. Myself is just here to put the emphasis. So this is emphatic pronoun. You express yourself very imperfectly. You express whom. So yourself is acting as a reflexive pronoun. I wash whom? Myself. So myself is reflexive. The boys hid whom? Themselves. Themselves is reflexive. They have got whom into a mess. Again, this is reflexive. Bodhika poisoned whom? Herself. So it will be reflexive. So whenever this pronoun will be acting or will be answered on whom the action is done, so it will be reflexive. They loved whom? Themselves. So again, this is reflexive. The prisoner hanged whom? Himself. Himself is acting as an object over here. So it will be reflexive. The poor widow poisoned whom? Herself. Again, it is an object. So it will be reflexive. They enjoyed themselves. Again, this is reflexive. Don't you deceive yourself. Again, this is reflexive. I myself heard the remark. Myself is emphatic over here. It is just to put the emphasis over I. And the next sentence is he set whom? Himself. This is reflexive. We exerted whom? Ourselves. This is reflexive. The talk choked whom? Itself. Reflexive. They gave whom? Themselves. Reflexive. We seldom see ourselves as others see us. We seldom see whom? Ourselves. Again, this is reflexive. A house divided against itself. Against whom or what? Again, itself is acting as an object over here, so it will be reflexive. He that wrongs his friend wrongs whom? Reflexive. Some people are always talking about whom? Themselves. This is reflexive. Xerxes himself was the last to cross the Hellespont. So, again, this is emphatic because it is putting emphasis on Xerxes. He has landed himself in difficulties. He has landed whom? Himself is acting as reflexive. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So as whom, thyself will be reflexive. Quit yourself like men, quit whom, this is reflexive. Whosoever shall exalt whom, himself, this is reflexive. Sunai itself trembled at the presence of God. This is emphatic. I cannot bring myself to do it. Bring whom? Myself will be reflexive. Pray do not inconvenience yourself. So yourself will be reflexive. I was sitting by whom? Myself. This is reflexive. And sometimes I do hate whom? Myself. So myself is a reflexive pronoun over here. So I think, students, this is the answer key available over here. You can also just tell it all your answers of the whole worksheet with the answer key as well. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that if you want to identify the reflexive and emphatic pronoun, you must keep this thing in your mind, that reflexive pronoun always act as an object in the sentence. On the other hand, the emphatic pronoun or the intensive pronoun just put emphasis over the subject. Okay, students, Allah Hafiz, till the next lecture.